Hi everyone, Miss Tui here. I hope you enjoy racing because in today's lesson, you will be racing your Ozobot while completing long division problems. Let's get racing. For this lesson, you will need your division race activity sheets. Make sure to have both pages, your color code markers, and a pencil with an eraser. In today's lesson, you will be able to complete all the steps in a long division problem. Let's review all of the steps in a long division problem. Step 1, divide. Step 2, multiply. Step 3, subtract. Step 4, check. Step 5, bring down the next number in your dividend and then start back at step 1. Let's take a look at the division race activity sheet. First, we will go over how to use it and then we will race. Find the long division symbol on your paper. It's near the start circle. You'll notice it has red and blue lines under it for the dividend, orange and purple lines above it for the quotient, and a yellow line for the divisor. Let's fill in a division problem and get going. The division problem in our example is 34 divided by 2. Please write 34 where the dividend goes, 3 on the red line in the tens place and 4 on the blue line in the ones place. Please write 2 in the divisor's place on the yellow line. You'll notice the yellow lines all over the page. Can you write 2 on each of these yellow lines? Let's follow along the Ozobot track to start our division. Beginning at start, we come to some instructions with a red line at the beginning. Fill in the red line with the number on the red line from the dividend, which is 3. At the end of that sentence is a yellow line with the divisor, which is 2. When you read the sentence, it says 3 divided by 2. Turn the corner on the Ozobot line and it says equals the orange line. We can't divide 3 by 2 evenly, but the closest we can get to is 1, so write 1 on the orange line. Can you find all the orange lines on your page and write 1? Keep going on the Ozobot line and you've come to another sentence. Be sure you fill in the blanks with the numbers that correspond with the colors. So on the orange line should be a 1 and on the yellow line there should be a 2. This sentence reads 1 multiplied by 2 equals and then a green line. 1 times 2 equals 2. Find all of the green lines and write 2. Our next step is subtract. You are subtracting the number on the green line from the number in the tens place of the dividend, which is on the red line. So red minus green. You'll write the answer on the brown line below it. 3 minus 2 equals 1. Can you write 1 on the brown line? At this point, you need to check the answer on the brown line. Look at the check 1 box. Fill in the brown blank with a 1, and your yellow line should already have a 2 in it. Ask yourself the question, is 1 less than 2? Yes, it is. Before we move on to the next step, make sure you fill in 1 on all of the brown lines. Since the answer to your check question was yes, the next step is to bring down the number from the ones place in the dividend, which is on the blue line. We should now have the 4 on the blue line next to the brown line. Can you write 4 on all of the blue lines? At this point, the algorithm starts over. Follow the goes around 2 line to divide. 14 divided by 2 equals 7. The 7 should go on the purple line in 3 places. Then multiply. 7 multiplied by 2 equals 14, which goes on the pink line. Find the other pink line and write 14. Subtract is the next step. Subtract brown line, blue line, which is 14, minus pink, which is 14, and write the answer on the black line labeled K. The answer is 0. Next, we are checking, is the number on the black line equal to 0? Yes, it is. Hooray! You're finished with our example. Now for the most fun part. Take out a blank copy of the division race activity sheet. I'm sure you were wondering at the beginning of the lesson what the purpose of the color code spaces are for. This space is for you to tell your Ozobot how fast you want it to go while you are doing the division problem. If you are still figuring this out, you might want to use a slow code. If you are feeling confident, you might want to use a fast code. Decide what color code you want to put into that space. Fill in the speed color code of your choice. Go to the next division problem from the division problems page and write it in the appropriate places on your activity sheet. For this example, the next problem is 78 divided by 3. 78 is your dividend, so 7 will go on the red line and 8 will go on the blue line. 3 is your divisor, so it will go on the yellow line. Write 3 on all of the yellow lines. Once your division problem is all set up, turn on your Ozobot and set it on start to begin your division race. Who will get to the finish first? Keep racing until you've completed all the problems on the division problems page. Excellent work finishing all those long division problems. Did you do your own victory dance with your Ozobot? Let's double check that your work is complete. Have you completed all the division problems on your division problems page? Can you name all 5 steps in a long division algorithm? And did you finish before your Ozobot? If not, you can keep trying and keep practicing with different color codes.